আমি বুঝতেও পারিনি হয়তো আমার মেয়েটা ঘুমের মধ্যে কত মা মা বলে চিৎকার করেছে, সেই কানটা আমার কানেও এসে পৌঁছায়নি। আমার মেয়েটা চলে গেছে।
जोड़ती रही माँ बाप, हाथ जोड़ते रहे, हमें एक बार दिखाओ, हमारी बच्ची का मुंह एक बार दिखाओ। हमको नहीं दिखाया गया। बच्ची का शरीर में कोई कपड़ा नहीं था, पैर दोनों राइट एंगल में मिला गया।
Doctors in India have called a nationwide strike in protest at the rape and murder of a female trainee in Kolkata.
Rape and murder of a female doctor triggered widespread protests.
चश्मे को कूटा गया, जिसकी वजह से आंखों से खून निकल गया, गला दबाकर मारा गया।
She was a doctor serving for other people. She was a doctor serving for nations. Now all the doctors are worried about themselves to save their own life. They were meant to save life of others, but now they are worried to save their own. And what did the hospital do to take care of them? They don't even have a personal hygienic facilities, or they don't even have a proper place to rest, and she was resting in a seminar hall. Why the government hasn't made those facilities, which is a basic necessity in a workplace? Those need to be considered too. If there was a proper facility for her to lock a room and take a rest, maybe this thing wouldn't have happened. I have a question to the good police officer out there, not to the corrupt ones. Your silence has cost the life of one very young doctor who had lot of aspiration in her life. This is not an isolated incident, but why this shook the nation, not just a nation, but it went internationally, is because workplace is supposed to be the safest place after your home. I believe there is 3 sides to this story. One is family and the victim herself. Second is the hospital. Third is the political parties, government and police. First, let's talk about the family side. Put yourself in the family shoes and think about it for once.
11টার সময় জানো নাই বা কেন হয়েছিল সেটাই তো বুঝতে পারছি না। 4টের সময় আমার মেয়েদেরকে দেখতে দেওয়া হয়েছে। এতক্ষণ ধরে আমাদের ওখানে নিয়ে বসিয়ে রাখার কি যুক্তি ছিল তারাই জানে। কিন্তু কর্তৃপক্ষ আমাদের সঙ্গে এতক্ষণ ধরে কোনো কথা, প্রিন্সিপাল তো কাছে বলেননি যে এর জন্য আমি দুঃখিত বা চেষ্টা করছি দেখি কি।
You receive a call from your daughter's workplace, hospital, and then they said your daughter is sick. They don't give you much information, and then they hung up. And then you try to follow up asking what happened, and someone on the phone rudely says your daughter committed suicide. From no angle it is a suicide. Why? The first question to ask is why they mention that it is a suicide. Second, when the parents went to hospital, why they didn't allow the parents to see the victim's body immediately? It's their daughter body.
वहाँ हमको 3 घंटा खड़े रखा।
Why didn't they allow? Why they made them wait for hours? Second angle of the incident is hospital. First question to ask is why the hospital administration first mentioned suicide to the family when it was a murder. If I was the principal of that hospital, what is my first action? If you see something like that, you're going to call the parents because they have the more authority when it comes down to the individual. You will say them, there's some horrific accident has happened, could you please come here? Why would they say suicide in the first place when it is a murder and it is a horrific incident that has occurred? What is hospital is trying to cover up? Or if the hospital was not guilty, they should have addressed this immediately, called the police, lodge the FIR, also to help the parents to see the body and not call it a suicide. Why would you let the renovation continue just 20 meters away from the crime scene? Why? Third angle to this story is police, political party or the government. Why did police allow 7,000 mob to enter into the hospital and vandalize the emergency unit? How come police intelligence didn't know about the 7,000 mob coming into the hospital, vandalizing the emergency unit? How did they not know so many people are coming in? How send them? Second, the 7,000 people did not just vandalize the emergency area, they even entered into the girls' hostel and threatened them.
Ladies hostel में भी घुस गए और बॉयज हॉस्टल में घुस गए और पूरा इमरजेंसी उन्होंने तोड़ दिया, गायनी वार्ड में घुस गए, हर जगह इमरजेंसी is totally vandalized, totally.
Why this was allowed? First of all, why only handful of police officers were there and they even ran away from the scene?
पुलिस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन भी एकदम फेल हुआ है, कुछ भी हम लोग की हेल्प नहीं कर पा रहा है, पुलिस वाले खुद हम लोग के आगे आगे भाग रहे थे, कोई भी हम लोग की हेल्प नहीं कर पा रहा है, ये एक कंप्लीट फेलियर है पुलिस का.
Certain incident like this happens, police conceals the area where nobody can enter so they don't tamper the evidences. They try to bring the forensic to collect the evidence. Why did the renovation was allowed within the 20 meter from the crime scene? That could easily tamper the evidence. As I mentioned, this is not an isolated incident, but why this shook the nation, not just a nation, but it went internationally, is because workplace is supposed to be the safest place after your home, where we spend majority of our time. Whether it be men or women, they are supposed to be safe at their place of work. Now all the doctors are worried about themselves to save their own life. They were meant to save life of others, but now they are worried to save their own. And what did the hospital do to take care of them? They don't even have a personal hygienic facilities, or they don't even have a proper place to rest, and she was resting in a seminar hall. Why the government hasn't made those facilities, which is a basic necessity in a workplace? Those need to be considered too. If there was a proper facility for her to lock a room and take a rest, maybe this thing wouldn't have happened. Regarding the recent medical association strike, there have been a point of view where people are saying,
You instead of setting live, we are on the street striking about this incident.
But will you go to your workplace when your colleague has been killed, your daughter or your friends or your family could have been in that place? Would you go to that workplace and work and save others' life when your life is in danger? We need to think about that. And the strike is completely justifiable. They need to, as I mentioned earlier, workplace is supposed to be the safe place where you feel safe at all time. So they need to provide a safe workplace before they go to work. And this is not just for them, this is for the whole nation. They are doctors serving for people, saving life for people. So they need to have utmost security and the good system in place which help them to deliver that service. Law and order has failed us in this situation, and it is not expected to change anytime soon unless the powerful people do not misuse the system. All we can hope is the justice being served and the authorities are asked the right questions and not let anyone escape this brutality and face what they have done. Please leave in a comment section what do you think about this situation, and let's chat. Let's raise the voice together. In coming days, I hope to bring you more insights on this incident. Till then, stay safe, take care. Thanks for watching.